all. Today we have a session on the role of IoT in smart city development by Dr. Suresh Babu, sir. He's an assistant professor working in Department of CSC, NIT Warangal. I request Sunita madam to please present the profile of Dr. E. Suresh Babu, sir.
Thank you, madam. Good afternoon once again to all of you. I am Ms. Sunita, Assistant Professor of English from Dadi Institute of Engineering and Technology, Visakhapatnam. Feel privileged to introduce esteemed guest, Dr. E. Suresh Babu, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, National Institute of Technology, Warangal. Dr. Babu has obtained his PhD from JNTU, Kakinada, specialization in networking and security. He secured his MTech in Computer Science and Engineering from Visakhapatnam Technological University, Belgium, and BTech in Computer Science and Engineering from JNTU, Hyderabad. Dr. Suresh Babu has 16 years of research and teaching in different levels of professor, associate, and assistant professor. In past, Dr. Suresh Babu was awarded with the Best Teacher Award twice for the academic year 2015-16 and 2016-17 at KL University, Vedaswaram. Dr. Suresh Babu has held various academic and administrative positions at KL University, Vijayawada, AP, including Director, Associate Dean, UG and PG Research and Academic Projects, BOG, Academic Council Member, Head of the Department CSC, and co-convener of University Technical Fest. Dr. Suresh Babu works in the area of blockchain technology, Internet of Things, IoT security, wireless network, and wireless ad hoc network security. Some of the areas where he has contributed includes DNA cryptography, MAN ETS, security attacks, and defense measures, IoT security using blockchain. To add on to his profile, he also has 65 plus referred international publications, including journals and conferences, 15 book chapters, 80 plus invited talks across Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, and Odisha state. And 40 plus students lecture on networking and security related topics. Dr. Suresh Babu received CSI Academic Award, Paper Presenter Award at International Conference held at CSI Annual Convention during 19 to 21st January 2018 at Science City, Kolkata, and received 2 more Best Paper Awards at international conferences. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us today.
Thank you, Sunita madam. Now I request Dr. E. Suresh Babu, sir, to continue the presentation.
Very good afternoon to all of you. I thank the Sunita madam and the management for inviting me for this workshop on the smart cities. Right, and I thank Sunita madam for introducing me with the profile. I thank and a very good afternoon to all the participants. Today's session will go like this because I'm concentrating on the smart cities, which is one of the essential application for the current generation people, but because we are going to see the future of a digital India. Already from last 3 to 4 years, actually a lot of development activities are going in and around India. Now we'll try to see what are the various challenges, especially with respect to the smart cities in India. We'll try to see. The session will be like this. We are going to discuss the applications of IoT, which is a very important one. The applications. One of the major application in IoT, which we are going to see, the smart cities, and what are the challenges with respect to the smart cities that we are going to discuss, and what are the various technologies used in smart cities. That's very important. I think the resource persons, the participants are from various discipline. Actually, maybe from last 3 to 4 days, I think you come across various concepts of Internet of Things, maybe. And one of the important technology which we are going to use in smart cities, we'll try to use this Internet of Things concepts. Just I'm going to give the overview of IoT concepts. Then how can we apply the protocol architecture of IoT used in smart cities for implementation aspects of that. Right. this session will go. I request the participants, you can ask me anytime if you are having any doubt regarding to the questions. Now we are going to see some of the applications of IoT, which is very important. Then if you have seen some of the applications of IoT, we can use this IoT in smart cities. We can use in smart environment, smart water, smart metering, security and emergency spaces, as well as in management, in retail logistics, industrial control, smart agriculture, smart animal and farming, home automation and health. Now, what I strongly believe, especially the IoT, the technology, whatever we are applying for n number of applications, there are certain applications where IoT will play a very, very important role. One of the important applications where we can use in smart cities, in smart environment, smart water, and I don't think in retail management it is required, because human itself is an intelligent person. Definitely they can solve their own problems, but only the thing is we require the technology where the humans are unable to do certain problems, and they require quality of service. In those cases, definitely the technology should be useful. So we required in smart agriculture, which is very, very essential, smart for animal farming, which is very essential, as well as in healthcare sector, that IoT will play a very, very, very important role. All right. So these are some of the applications of IoT. Now we'll try to concentrate. One of the important application is smart city. Right. I want to ask a simple question to the participants. Why we require smart cities? What is the problem with the current urban? What are the problems in current cities? Why we are interested towards the smart cities? Any answers from the participant side?
Sir, Gajendra Modi, sir.
Because of automations and for a less human interactions to achieve better performance.
That is a major drawback. Less in human interactions is a drawback, isn't it?
To achieve automation, sir.
Yeah, automation. Yes, very good answer, sir.
Okay.
All right.
Smart electricity, then smart grid, smart metering, then smart garbage, etc. That's why we need a smart city.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very good answers. Right. Thank you. Right. Now, definitely we required this smart cities because of the challenges which we are going to see. The amount of people living in the urban areas will be doubled by 2050. Right. Most of the people are showing a lot of interest to go to the cities, and they want to have some flexibility. Right, because a lot of facilities will be available, a lot of quality of service will be available in the smart cities compared to the rural area. So even a lot of young generation people, they are showing an interest to move towards the urban. And the major problem now we are facing is how to provide the quality of services to a large number of people. That's the biggest challenge. The other problem here we are going to see, especially we are going to see a lot of problems is definitely 3.6 billion cars will be on road, making 1 car per person. Definitely, because the traffic problem will be a major concern, especially in the urban urban cities or in the cities. That's the biggest challenge we are facing current now. All right. So there are so many challenges are there. We'll try to see. Now, that's why as the world is become more urbanized, the challenges are also increasing. If you start seeing the rate of urbanization, which is happening from 1951 to 2050, already that it's greater than 50% of the people are showing interest, especially in India, 50% of the people, they are showing a lot of interest to move towards the cities. And we are seeing a lot of crises and a lot of problems, especially in Hyderabad or in Visakhapatnam or in Bangalore or Bombay, Delhi. We are seeing a lot of pollution, a lot of traffic problems, right? There will be a lot of problems will be there. Right, now we are going to see the smart cities concepts here, which is what are the smart cities concept which we are going to have it. Now, that's a point here. We need to have the government of India taken as initiation, that vision to have the urban development. Now, they have identified some smart cities and they started given the vision for the urban development to integrate this multiple information and the communication technology. And communication technology, one of the information communication technology, one of the technology they are applying is the Internet of Things solution. Right. So to provide the city assets. That's the biggest solution. Now we require the IoT solutions for this category. Now the question comes to you whether there is any definition is there for the smart city. That's the biggest challenge. So there is no universally accepted definition for the smart cities because it varies from things to different people. It varies from city to city. It varies from country to country. Right. Now only the concept which we are interested with the smart city is the level of development which we are expecting. Right, and the willingness to change, because it is not only the government, it is not only the industry, it is not only the private sector, it is the duty of each and every citizen of who are living in the urban. They're willing, they should adapt, they should accept that willingness to change change the technology, to change to the digital India. For that, they need to have some reforms, resources, and aspirations of every city residents. That's a very interesting point, because it is not only the part of the government, it is also a part of each and every citizen to be the part of the smart city. Right, now what we are going to see here, when we see the IoT technology can find the number of diverse application cities, which we are going to see here, what is the smart city is going to provide? It's a connected traffic signals, which is a very, very, very important now. When we can reduce the congestion, that's a very important thing. We can improve the emergency service responses time. Response is a very, very interesting, important challenge we need to reduce in healthcare sectors. And definitely another one is lower fuel usage will be there, especially in the cities, which will consume a lot of fuel. And the other one is which we are facing a lot of problem, because when we go by car and when we want to buy something in the city, definitely the biggest challenge is where we can park the car. That's the biggest thing. Now the shopping mall will be somewhere and car parking will be somewhere, so that almost 2 to 3 kilometers I should go and park it and then I should come back, which is a very, very difficult thing. And the next one is the city services, which we are going to have it. Everyone is expecting a good and quality services from the government and from all the different administrators, right? So therefore, the number of diverse applications which we are going to get it from the city scenarios, which we are going to get it. Right, now we are going to see as a smart city here, when people are talking about the smart cities is a big ecosystem. It's not one small entity, it's a very big ecosystem. Under this category, under this umbrella, there are so many sub-challenges are there where we need to solve as a part of the ecosystem which we are going to have it. One is the smart manufacturing. First one is because a lot of industries will be there. Smart government, a lot of digitalization will be there, where government is playing a vital role in this category to make decision making, policies, procedures to be to make the smart government. Mobility and Wi-Fi, everywhere we require this wireless technology. Mobility and Wi-Fi is very, very, very essential. Smart and digital citizens, that's a very interesting one. Now, how can we make this smart and digital citizens? Because of the mobile technology which we are going to have it. Now, maybe 4 years back or 5 years back, we do have a mobile, but we are not having a mobile with the internet. Now, after 5 years, everything has been changed. Mobile with the internet, which is making a lot of digitalization. Everyone is online. Everyone is going to connect it to the internet, and you will be connected to the global. So a lot of digitalization is going to happen. Now, the biggest challenge now, whatever the data which you are going to get it, once it is connected to the internet, once it is connected to the digitally, the data will be open. Now, a lot of vulnerabilities will be there because this privacy problems will come into the picture, security problems will come into the picture, a lot of information will be available, hackers will attract these things. Now, if you have seen last 3 to 4 months, a lot of cyber attacks were happened, right? A lot of cyber attacks were happened. And even if you have seen the Twitter, the privacy problems, government of India has given the notice to this Twitter to reveal the information, how many privacy information has been lost. So when the data is getting open, definitely there will be a lot of challenging problems will be there. Now, as a technologist, as an important component of any smart cities, we need to concentrate some of the challenges that we are going to discuss now. And the smart health, smart farming and agriculture, smart building, right? Which we are going to have smart grid, which I told you, smart grid is there. Right, as one of the participants has given that information, smart transportation system. These are all some of the individual components of the smart cities, which are very, very, very essential for the smart city ecosystem. Right now, there's a smart governance, smart mobility, smart utility, smart buildings, and smart environment, which is a part of the smart city. Now, why we require smart city concept in the sense? Because we need to have a better use of public resources very effectively. Transparency, because we don't know, most of the people doesn't know what is happening. Now, how many people are using public resources effectively? That's a very interesting challenge which we are having. Now we need to apply when the smart cities concepts were there, then definitely utilization of the resources should be there very effectively, and quality of services to be offered to the citizens will be better. Reduce the operational cost for the administrations, because a lot of cost redundancy will be there, a lot of cost is going to happen because lot of awareness, lack of awareness, lack of transparency. So operational cost is going to happen, isn't it? So definitely one of the important components of smart city is how to improve the transparency and how to reduce the gap between the citizens as well as the administration. So improve transparency and reduce the gap between the citizens as well as the administrations that we need to be provided, because that's why everyone is a part of the system. Administration is a part of the system. Then definitely we can reduce the gap and we can increase the transparency between the citizens as well as the administration. So that's why when the digital India, when we are driving to smart cities, we need to have a development of secure and stable digital infrastructure. Not only the government, the public and private partnership need to be evolved. Industry people should be the part of that, and citizens should be the part of that. Everyone should be there. See, security in the sense, security, government is providing secure policies, but it is a duty of every citizen to follow those security policies. Otherwise, security breaches are going to happen. So it is a responsibility, not only the responsibility of the government, it is a responsibility of every citizen to provide, to have a part of the part of the digital India and the smart city, isn't it? So that's why delivering the government services digitally, right? That's a motto of that, and digital empowerment of this of citizens. So these are the three important factors that especially they're concentrated on digital India, which is driving the smart cities. Right now, this is one of the important challenge. Now, how to, like the country like India, when 130 crores people are living, how can we involve the citizens in decision-making process? How can we bring all into one together? So that's a very difficult factor which we are going to get it is here. Digital platforms to collect the opinions, suggestions, as well as the requests. Easy access to the city related information, which you are going to get it. Next, active contribution to the public services, which is a very interesting one. Active contribution to the public services. These are the three part involving the citizens in the decision making process, which we are going to have. Now, these are the how can we provide various sub-challenges that IoT is going to connect these things in a well-defined manner. Now, if you see a waste management system, vehicle-to-vehicle communication, public transportation system, these two are public transportation system, which we're going to get it, right? And this one is a smart parking system, smart water, smart signaling system, video surveillance, smart parking system, which we're going to have it. And then even the smartphone detections and the citizens will be the part of the system where the easy navigation can be done. So how can we provide all these challenges? All these challenges can be happened with the help of the Internet of Things, which connects the things in a well-defined manner with which are available in the market. The IoT, the smart cities using the IoT, because when we are making the city smarter, definitely it is going to generate heterogeneous data. That's a very important bit. The data is coming from the various sources in a very seamless manner. Accessing the remote devices spread over the city. That's sitting at one place and we can access it. Providing easy and public access to the collected data. That's a very important one. And extracting useful information from large, huge amount of information. We are applying some big data analytics. We are applying the machine learning algorithms. We are applying cloud computing for storing the information. So definitely when we are using IoT, which in turn we are using some other technology enablers, which makes the smart city in a better way. Now, what are the various challenges of the smart cities? Because we can say that yes, smart city is going to provide better solutions, better living, better flexibility, better services, and what are the various challenges? Now we'll try to see some of the challenges of the smart cities, which are very essential to build the smarter India as well as the smarter city. Now for that, definitely we require more space is required. More flexibility in the sense more space is required. And management of resources should be utilized very effectively, right? Whatever the infrastructure is available, whatever the top smart infrastructure technologies are available, we need to apply apply those infrastructure to that. We cannot, suppose for example, legacy infrastructure which is available now, whether it is possible to use those infrastructure, those resources to take forward. That's the biggest challenge. Climate changes. Now, if you see, if you want to bring the smart cities concept, especially maybe in certain cities where the climate change will be frequently changing. If you take, for example, Vizag, if you have taken, suppose, for example, Mangalore, is where the climate is getting changed, and how can we adapt robust technologies there so that we can still provide better services to the citizens of that particular area. Crisis management, political issues, because this is the biggest challenge. Financial aspects, the government will play a very important role in these aspects, and then technical impairments. What are the technical difficulties which we are going to get it? And interoperability, because it's not a one-man show. Multiple administration wings will be the part of the smart city. If you take a revenue department, will be part of it. Municipality will be the part of that. Right? Then the government sectors will be the part of that. Schooling is a part of that. Private industries will be the part of that. So interoperability of many heterogeneous enabling technologies, how to handle those type of challenges. So therefore, these are some of the smart challenges are there. We'll try to see in detail of these challenges, and then how can we build those challenges. Now, see, that's a point here. It's a responsibility being an academician. It is our responsibility to make or to be the part of this smart city ecosystem. And civil society is also part of the ecosystem. Business, like industry people, business, everything, a lot of startups will be there. A lot of business opportunities will be there. And there will be a lot of job losses will be there who are using on the conventional mechanisms. And how can we adapt all these existing citizens to the new technologies? So therefore, for that, what we require is we need to have digitalization master plan. We need to have a digital infrastructure. We need to apply the big data analytics as well as machine learning algorithms. We need to provide cyber security for protecting the data, and we need to have the financial support for the businesses. So these are the various concepts that need to be evolved in providing the smart. I got one question that how can we do IoT projects related to the issues in particular city which they are? Yes, there are so many things. The only thing is you need to adapt it to the technology. For example, now suppose for example you need to take waste management need to be there. Now we need to apply some smart sensors. We need to have some RFID tags, and then we need to enable some cloud computing features need to be enabled, and then we need to integrate those sensors, servers, and we need to have as a technology. See, it's not one-man show. Now, suppose for example, if you are taking one government project, definitely all the people should be the part of to the system. Means mechanical people should be the part of it, civil people should be the part of it, electrical people should be the part of it, electronics people should be the part of it, and then government servants should be the part of this. Then we can say that we can take the real-time problems, and then we can build the ecosystem. Now, these are some of the various applications, as I already told you. These are the various applications which we are going to have it here in this sense. Now, these are some of the challenges need to be there. We need to have, as a smart city concept, smart parking is one of the important applications, especially because people are having even say we can see 2 or 3 cars in single home, or we can. Everyone is maintaining one vehicle for that. Now, how to maintain the smart parking system, which we're going to have it here. That's a very thing. All right. The next one, which we're going to have, structural health monitoring. Especially, this is the biggest problem, especially in how to monitor the structures. Because civil people, because we don't know. Suppose, for example, there are some buildings, maybe 50-floor buildings will be there, or 30-floor buildings will be there, or 20-floor buildings will be there. How to maintain the structures if some earthquake has happened? How, and if maybe the strength of the building is only for 20 years and still they are residing for 25 years. What is the level of how we are going to monitor the structure of that building, health of that building? So we required some technology in certain cases where, because you have seen in Bombay, which has happened very recently. isn't it? Already almost 30 to 35 people were died in that the damage of that building, right? And noise, lot of pollution is going to happen in the building, and definitely how to eradicate this pollution, how to control the pollution, which is how can we apply the sensors to overcome those these type of challenges, means pollution, noise pollution, which is going to happen. Then smart lighting, yes, lot of energy, lot of power is going to waste. Suppose, for example, if you see in the night, in the night, if there are certain places will be there where all the street lights will be on, whole 8 hours or 12 hours will be on from evening 6 o'clock to early morning 6 o'clock. Even the unutilization of maybe people who are not available after 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock. Whenever the people are coming, automatically the light should get on, otherwise it should get off. So this type of technology need to be incorporated to save the energy as well as to save the power. So definitely we require smart lighting system, which is a very, very essential as a part of the system, right? Smart roads, which is very essential. Automatically it should be detected and it should generate the energy, and to preserve the safety of the roads, we need to have the smart roads concepts will be there. And smartphone detection mechanisms, because as a part of the digitalization which we are going to have it, we need to have the smartphone detection mechanisms, which is very much essential. Then traffic congestion, as you already know that in the cities, people who are residing, they are facing a lot of crisis on the traffic, on this traffic. How to overcome this traffic? How the technology will help to reduce this traffic and to make the people in a very flexible way, easier way. And yes, because the smart home is one of the important component of the smart city. Every home should be smart enough. Every home should be digitally connected, so that we can provide efficient and effective communication in the part of the smart city ecosystem. And this is a very interesting one, because when the people are residing more, definitely there will be more waste will be generated, and how to provide efficient mechanism on this waste management, and how can we reuse this waste management for the other purposes. So waste management is one of the important, which is a very, very, very important in the environmental area. So how can we apply the smart waste management mechanisms, or how can we provide better mechanisms to provide the waste management facilities? Right now, quickly we'll try to see some of these applications which are very much essential to that. So that's why waste of time, economic loss, source of frustration, health impact will be there. I think one of the participants, he asked just now a question I have seen just now. Health impact will be there. Yes, definitely health impact will be there. Right. It can affect the smart city on our health, definitely, because a lot of sensors will be available in and around, a lot of electromagnetic waves will be there, and 5G will be there, a lot of these things are there. And then we need to monitor when a lot of devices which are in and around, definitely there will be side effect. That's why I told you, in certain cases, definitely the technology will help you. But only thing is we need to monitor, we need to monitor how these electromagnetic waves, or a lot of stuff will be available to in and around, how it will be impacted, and a lot of research need to be there. How can we reduce these radiations? Right now, for this, definitely we require some technical aspects like sensors, RFIDs, video cameras, capturing communication technologies. We require Zigbee, we require LoRaWAN, we require LoRaWAN, some communication technology to provide Wi-Fi, right, which we can have it. We require intelligent devices to manage the parking information, right, and end user apps, which are the part of the smart parking system. Okay. And then next one is the structural health monitoring, which is a very, very important one. Structural health monitoring, which we can have it. Now, we monitor the vibrations and mental conditions of the bridges, or it can be of the bridges which are in and around the city, as well as the buildings of the historical movements, whatever, whenever the age of that building it is exceeded, then we need to monitor the material conditions of those buildings also. So we require the mechanisms. Now here, see, not only the civil people role will be there, electrical people role will be there, electronics people role will be there, computer science role will be there. We need to apply machine learning algorithms. We need to apply deep learning mechanisms to have this type of monitoring system. Right. So these are some of the structural monitoring. How can we provide a better efficient mechanism for monitoring the conditions of these buildings? Then the third category is the noise urban maps, which is a very crucial part of the smart cities. How to eradicate the pollutions. If you have seen Delhi, Bombay, Hyderabad, where a lot of pollution is going to happen due to that environmental is getting changed, and because of that, a lot of rains, a lot of humidity will be there. And environmental changes drastically is changing. Even if you see Bangalore, which is good enough in the environmental maybe 15 years back, now it has been totally changed because of the lot of pollution. Okay, now what we do have in the sense here, we are sound monitoring in centric zones in real time. That's a very important thing. Now, which is very important. So now this type of technology, the technology whatever we use to solve this type of problems, definitely it will give the health and health-wise which will be very effective, and which will provide a lot of flexibility to the end users as well as the citizens of those urbans, right? So therefore, it is better to have the noise in the form of pollution, in the form of hospitals or residential areas, or noise sensors can be used to provide the pollutions over the city, and public safety to have some. Suppose you have seen now, if you have sensors nearby, some biosensors will be there, where the gas, wherever the gas leakage has happened, immediately it will alert to the different in the alarming system. Definitely it can be alerted. Not only industry fault is there, but when we have such type of sensors nearby, that automatically the sensors which will be detected that smoke air immediately, and then it will alarm the nearby people so that it can provide the better solution, and the damage can be reduced. Right. So therefore, definitely there are some possible solutions are there in certain areas where we need to be implemented. And this is an interesting one to save the energy, intelligent and weather adaptive. If you have seen this one here, see, when the people are moving, automatically the lights are getting on. Already we are having smart watering systems, isn't it? Whenever the smart watering, whenever you go near the tap, the sensors will work, and the water, we are using water, and automatically when we remove our hand, automatically the water is getting stopped. So we are saving the water, we are saving the water, which is not there maybe 10 years back. Now, same thing, we need to apply the intelligent and weather adapting lighting system in the street management, so that we can not only save the energy, but also we can provide the better better facilities to whole city in a better and efficient way. Okay, for that, now what we require, we need to place the sensors. We need to optimize the light intensity. We need to automatically find the burn bulbs. If something goes wrong, immediately the information should come back. We need to have a dashboards for that, and we need to have the reduced replacement time, and it can reduce the cost. For that, what is required? A simple technology we can use as a wireless Wi-Fi access can be provided for that. Okay. This is a mechanism. You can see the mechanism which is happening already, existing mechanism which we can have, which can be connected. Right. This is a very important and essential, especially as a part of the system, is a smart transportation system, which is a very important one in the smart cities, and it is one of the important applications to have. We need to have an intelligent transportation system, so to provide an efficient and effective communication over the city. Now, this is a problem which you are facing in the cities. A lot of traffic problem. If you go to the Hyderabad, or if you go to the Bangalore, if you go to the Delhi, a lot of traffic problem is there. And most of you will say, don't go to the don't go between rush hours from 8 to 11. Definitely, it will take 3 to 4 years to reach to 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers. Or don't go at 3:30 to 5. Definitely, the traffic will be very high, because the monitoring of vehicles and everyday routes and driving, we know that there will be a congestion is going to happen. We know that there is a traffic jam is going to happen. Now, why can't we apply the technologies? Why can't we apply the techniques and mechanisms? Because now whatever the cars which we are giving, they are smart enough. They can detect the route, and they can easily identify. They can easily identify these mechanisms. Now, how can we provide traffic congestion mechanisms in monitoring? So that's why already the government has taken a lot of initiation in traffic monitoring system. that this can be improved by localizing capabilities of the modern vehicles. They're utilizing the facilities of modern vehicles, and definitely it will provide citizens better planning to their trip to the office, and administration to help their discipline of traffic. So real-time accurate information, the data is getting generated. Now we are not analyzing the data. Once we analyze the data and once we know the traffic has been, then we can immediately send that particular information to the nearby vehicles. The traffic is getting congested. You can please divert. So we can eradicate and we can have a better planning to have a trip to the offices and administrations to have a better discipline over a traffic, so that we can eradicate the problems of this traffic congestions. Now this is the thing, one of the important traffic system is we need to have, because your vehicle will work like a ad hoc network. Every vehicle will act as a host, and every vehicle will work like a router. Now, because of why it will work like a router, in the sense there will be Wi-Fi model will be there, and then we can connect from one vehicle to another vehicle, and one vehicle, like it forms a network. It forms a network. So therefore, definitely we can have wireless. The future connected cars will have wireless routers. It will have the connected sensors, and it will have the urban connectivity between the vehicle to vehicle communication. Definitely, future cars in manufacturing sector, in automobile sector, definitely this will play a very, very important role, and definitely it will give the promising solutions to the vehicle transport, intelligent transportation system. Right now, this is little bit interesting one. Smart homes. I think most of the people are already habituated to use the smart technologies. Most of the people will have the smart cities. Smart TV will be there. Smart refrigerator will be there. Smart washing machine will be there. Smart bulbs will be there. Already it is available. And now I want to ask the question now. For all these things, there is one important device which will be there, which will be very helpful. Can you know what is that device? To have a smart city, to control the smart city, to control the smart refrigerator, smart fridge, or smart thing. What is the important device there? It is required. Very good, sir. Very good, sir. I think Gajendra Singh, he has given a mobile phone, cell phone. Very good, because here the cell phone will work like a gateway. Whenever we go to the proximity of that sensor node to that device, automatically it will give the information to the mobile. Now through the mobile already have the internet, and then we can connect it to the city. So therefore here the mobile will play an important role. Sensors, of course, yes, the sensors are also there, but sensors will be the part of your mobile will have the sensors, your smart city will have the sensors, your refrigerator will have the sensors, but mobile phone will work like a gateway here. All right. Whenever you enter into the proximity, automatically your mobile will be detected through the Bluetooth or Bluetooth low energy. Automatically that information, whatever we are going to get from the respective one, and then we can send that information to the city. So therefore, definitely your mobile phone is providing a lot of digitalization to the people. Now, if you see this one, home automation, home security, video surveillances, white goods, tracking information, and definitely we can do a lot of machine-to-machine communication connections by 2029, and it is already started these concepts of home city, right? Home cities, and this is also very important issue that need to be addressed as a part of the smart city, right? Waste management. Now we need to have the appropriate solutions and better solutions. Smart, if you are talking about smart municipality, smart collecting the garbage, collecting the wastes from the different places, and then storing at one place and providing the better solutions is one of the important challenge here, doesn't it? We need to have the intelligent waste collection solutions need to be there. So therefore, if you see, if RFID tags have been incorporated in the bags, and whenever it has been full, immediately that information should go to the vehicle, and vehicle need to be collected that information from that sensors. And we need to have better solutions to that. And definitely we need to provide no two collectors, garbage collectors should come to that place. Only one vehicle need to be there. So we need to provide, we need to deploy the appropriate solutions to provide the better management facilities here. So therefore, detect the level of the load, check the quality of the garbage, communicate with the internet, and provide the optimal character truck routes, reduce the cost, which will improve the efficiency and reduce the pollution, which is a very, very, very important for monitoring the waste management. If you have any doubts, please let me know before I go to the technologies. Preeti madam, definitely see the success of IoT depends upon two only things. One is security. Without security, IoT is not a successful one. Right? There are two things IoT can do. IoT is IoT we can implement application oriented wise, or the research wise is security and privacy. The successful of IoT is purely depends upon its security and privacy, because the devices which we are going to get it, they are very tiny and they can easily hacked. Right now, it is a response. That's why cyber security is one of the important application, and we need to be incorporated as a part of the ecosystem, right? Which is very, very, very essential. Without security, IoT will not be successful, and smart city will not be a success. Yeah, I'll come to you how to initiate this concept. Is there a lot of work stuff is there, and then you need to apply the technologies to overcome these problems. A lot of concepts is required. The problems are available now. Only thing is you need the technologies, you need the concepts, you need the underlying to solve those problems, right? Which is very much right. Now, what are the technologies required in the smart cities? Right, the participants are very eager and they are very active. Right, we require 5G. Very soon we are going to see 5G technology, which is distributed distributed technology, which we are going to have it. I'm not talking about the drawbacks. Drawbacks are there. The cyber security, machine learning security, which is very much essential. Deep learning mechanisms, machine learning mechanisms, which are part of this technology. Big data. It is going to generate huge volume of data, which is very, very, very important. We need to have a big data computing and big data analytics need to be there. That's a very important one. So, now the question comes to you, technicality, you can take the help of the other people. See, if you're building an application in the sense, it's not only one, I told you, it's not a one-man show. You have the concept, you have the problem. Only thing is you should identify persons who can work your problem. Right, so technical background you can take from EC people, you can take from EEE people, you can take from civil people, you can take from computer science people, or you can take management people who can provide the facilities to you. So that it's a technology integrator, we can call it as it's a grouping of people. IoT is nothing but a grouping of people where all the people should be part of the system. We need to have the assistant transportation system. That's a very important thing. We need to have the vehicle or product network or assistant transportation system, vehicle to vehicle communication, or vehicle to infrastructure communication, which is a part of the smart city. We are going to use industrial IoT because industries took up this one, not only the government, a lot of industries are part of this industrial IoT and a lot of challenges are there. Even now there is a lot of diversion is there towards the industrial IoT. It's not academic oriented. And one of the important one where we can store huge amount of information is the cloud. Now, currently they are a centralized system. We need to go for decentralized system of the cloud. These are the various technologies required, and it is very essential for the smart cities. See, that's why digital intelligence is required. Leverage the digital intelligence. What is we need to have the smart applications analysis is required. We need to apply the networks. Internet concepts need to be there. Various sensors need to be incorporated. Traditional infrastructure need to be there. So therefore, to provide the digital intelligence, definitely we need to apply various technologies behind that. For that, what do we require? We require various data centers, various cloud computing is required. We require various sensors. We require mobile technology. We require big data. We require some analytics. We require cloud computing, edge computing, and fog computing. We require artificial intelligence. Right, so therefore, lot of stuff is required to provide to integrate all these technologies. Therefore, when we are studying IoT is a multidisciplinary course. It's not an individual; it's a single discipline. It is a multidisciplinary course. It is going to provide a lot of solutions to you. Okay, definitely there is a lot of chances is there in the digital India. You can start doing that. See, now, public-private partnership is there. Industrial IoT is nothing but what public-private partnership will be there. Public should be the part of that to this ecosystem. Industrial IoT means industry 4.0, which is based upon industry revolution, intelligence system. Now, everyone should be the part of the system. You can contribute to, you can have some startup, or you can have some industry relationship with your college, and you can start the lot of work using those things. Now, these are some of the requirements where we need to have. We need to have a lot of UBDS coverage, zero knowledge configuration or zero configuration. We need to have a simple hardware, massive production need to be provided, very long battery life need to be there, and a very low fault rate should need to be provided. Remote control and reprogramming mechanisms need to be there, where there should be very little bit maintenance is required for that. So for that, these are some of the key challenges facing the development of smart cities in India. We need to have the cloud infrastructure, well-defined cloud infrastructure, operations on cloud, service management, big data like big data analytics, like big data processing is required, and good governance need to be provided. For that, all these, a lot of things need to be connected over internet. This I have taken from the Tata Communications. Now, see here, we are not new to these concepts. Almost from last 20 years, we are habituated a lot of stuff of that. Already, there are so many things are available. Legacy computer apps are available. Connected vehicle infrastructure is available, and advanced traffic management systems are available. Only we need to improve it. Solar-led signs are available. Controllable traffic signals are available. Electrical car charging stations which are ready. Already they have started working on that, and 18% which we are going to see by 2022, 18% of the car charging stations which will be available and will play a very important role there. These are some of the smart solutions which I discussed. This is a summary of that. So smart city solution summary. You can go through the summaries of smart city solutions. Now you see. IoT India solutions, definitely it is going to provide low power wide area network. It is called as a low power wide area network, right? Which is called as a network, a dedicated personal area network, India IoT network, where we can have the environmental monitoring can be done, human safety can be monitored very effectively, and we can have asset supply chain management. We can apply there using asset tracking, employee health and safety can be provided. Then smart lighting can be provided, automatic metering can be provided, like automatic switch can be provided, which is a platform of IoT solutions. Now, if you see here, which is a very important, I think a few people have asked the question as how can we apply the technologies? Now we need to have, if you are using anything in smart cities, we need to have smart logistics, smart manufacturing, smart management, smart metering, smart health, or environmental monitoring in the smart cities. What we require, we need to have the various technologies, various hardware level where you can take the easy people. Sensors we require RFID, we require actuators, smart metering, GPS, cameras and thermostats can be there, and these can be connected to the local short range local network. We can also call as short range communication. We can have Zigbee, we can have a Bluetooth, we can have a Bluetooth low energy or Bluetooth smart. We have a near field communication, or we can have a long range wireless person area network like LoRaWAN or Zigbee, which is a private partnership model. And we are going to use this access gateways, and we can have the network infrastructure, IP based, which is connected to the internet, and we can provide the service platform like cloud computing, SOA, and peer-to-peer communication, so that end applications can be provided here very effectively. That's one question asked by one of the participants is hacking can be done. If you see this figure, now the success of this architecture is purely depends upon the security. The security is a very essential. You see any sub-module, definitely the security component is very important. Without security, definitely it is more devastating and more attacks is going to happen, and it will lose the faith of the people. Right, the technology will lose the faith of the people. Definitely, we need to provide lot of technology. That's why they want to use IoT with blockchain technology for the smart cities, which we are going to see a lot of promising solutions, which we're going to see in future. Audit reporting, service management, provision request, disaster recovery, which is going to happen. Secure and scalable cloud. Not only the cloud should be secured, but all the levels should be secured. For that, we require this one. You just see here, secure sensor security layer, data security layer, application security layer, communication and network security layer, and then we need to have a citizen security layer, people and citizen security layer. So security should be there at all the levels. At all the levels, we need to provide the security. So therefore, success of this IoT is purely depends upon its security. Now, this is one of the example where you can see here, smart lights can be connected with manufacturing protocols, and then through gateway, which I already told you, through the cloud, we can have it, or through some smart metering or smart appliances, we can have it, through some BLE, Bluetooth low energy, manufacturing app, your mobile gateway, through the manufacturing cloud. That's one example of Bluetooth devices. And this is a smart home where you can easily implement all these examples of a smart home which we can have. How it is possible means we have a smart light, smart refrigerator, and these two are enabled with Bluetooth low energy. We have a router gateway. Every house will have some internet facility through Wi-Fi capability. Through some base station, we are connecting to the internet, and then it is going to capture. So we are connecting with IPv6 protocol, IPv6 addressing with Bluetooth low energy. Okay. Now this is another example where we can have with the mobile gateway, because as I already told you, there is some Wi-Fi, there is some refrigerator, there is some network will be there through satellite communication, which we can have it, or through some base station. Now everything, whatever it is coming through the Bluetooth, your mobile will have a Bluetooth, and then the information will be sent to the satellite, to the infrastructure cellular network. Through cellular network, it will go to the respective place. So like this, the digital transformation is going to happen over a network. Now this is another one where Bluetooth low energy mechanism which we can apply. I think people who are really interested technically, you can have so many devices which we can have it. We can use. This is something like a very important protocol in IoT. 6 low PAN, IPv6 low power personal area network, right? Which we're going to have it through broader router. It is be connected through internet, and then through the cloud it is going to happen. So this is the internal configuration, technical configuration which we're going to apply in the in any type of an application, which we can apply the same type of any type of these things. This is a smart city architecture which they have already implemented in Italy. This is a case study for the Italy. The same thing, see, which we are using, which we can apply in the smart city which we are having. We have a sensors, we have a sensor node. This sensor node will have the TCP/IP protocol stack, and then we are storing that information here. And then we are going to have a gateway. It can be mobile gateway, which we can have it. And then the user is going to get that information through mobile or through some network. It can be connected to the municipality or something. So therefore, we can create such type of architecture for your any type of an application as a part of the digital India for the smart cities. Thank you. If you have any questions, please let me know.
So one question is asked by Robina Madam, sir. She asked, how can we be a part of industrial IoT?
Now, as already given the answer for that, because as a part of it means we need to have a collaboration with the industry. We need to be a part of that and for creating the solutions for that.
Robina Madam, you want to speak? Yeah.
Good evening,
yes,
sir. Sir, just wanted to ask, asked how can we be the part of industrial IoT? You suggested like the industry and the institute should be collaborative. So if any person is personally interested, like without the interaction of any institute, personally, if a person wants to do something in IoT, then is there any chances or any industrial?
See, within the institute, if you are working in an institute, madam, if you are working in an institute, suppose for example, for your institute, if you want to make the thing smarter. Okay. Now, the group of people, it's not a, I mean, we do have different types of engineering circuit branches will be there. You can take one application, any application as a part of the smart city, or can you take a smart waste management in the college premises, or you can have the smart controlling system, right? You can create an application where multiple people will be the part of that, because we are not, suppose for example, computer science people will not be good in hardware, right? We require easy people for that. Right, we require some power. We need to have some electrical problems. So electrical people require, and mechanical people will be part of that. Management people will be the part of that. So that we can create. Means it's not only the students; it is all even the faculty of different disciplines should be the part of this one. Okay. Then only we can create applications.
Sure. Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for giving me opportunity. I am very thankful to you.
Thanks a lot, sir. We thank today's resource person. Greatly value your presence, sir. Your lecture will be definitely helping our delegates in developing their ideas in smart city development. We express our heartfelt gratitude to our chairman, Shri Dadi Ratnakar Garu, and principal Dr. C.H. Prabhakar Rao Garu, and coordinators of the workshop, the RIOTSIM-2K20. We thank all the participants of RIOTSIM Your presence and definitely boost the organizers and will help in conducting many more activities like this. Thank you all. Thank you for being a part of this workshop. And we thank Suresh Babu sir for delivering today's valuable session, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, madam. Thank you very much, madam.